3,000-mile oil change. Right out the gate, we'll attack one of the most common myths surrounding the automobile, the oil change. The 3,000-mile rule of thumb came about in the 1960s and 1970s when engine and engine oil technology wasn't the science it is today. Engines and oils were still evolving back then. Today, there is no reason a modern car cannot go 5,000 or more miles before an oil change. Even many of today's cars have oil life monitoring systems that tell you when you should change your oil. No more tacky window stickers reminding you you're 6 months overdue for an oil change. Of course, the oil industry would tell you to change your oil every 3,000 miles. That is money in their pocket. Fuel additives and cleaners. In some instances, a fuel additive is necessary, especially when you are storing a vehicle for any length of time. Is it necessary to pour some fuel cleaner into your new Bimmer? Simple answer, no. Gasoline does produce nasty, gummy deposits, but since 1995, gasoline has also had detergents to clean those gunky buildups. No need to spend money on adding more. Engine tune-up. This is a great way for a mechanic to extort money from you for just kicking some tires and replacing a few spark plugs. Back in the olden days when cars ran on leaded gas and child safety seats were still a concept, engines worked in tune with many adjustable parts that needed to be perfect for the engine to run right. Today, the car's computer regulates all those annoying control systems. There is no need to adjust the fuel-to-air mixture because your car can do it automatically for the given conditions. High-octane fuel is better for your car. High-octane gas doesn't work the way one would think. It actually burns slower than lower-octane fuel. Why? Sports cars, which are the general recipient of the expensive drink, compress fuel and air in a high-compression cylinder to extract the highest amount of performance out of it. This tight squeeze can cause lower-octane fuel to prematurely combust, causing detonation or knocking, and rob the car of power and performance. Lower-octane engines and fuel don't use a high-compression cylinder, so engine detonation and knocking aren't large concerns. No matter what your crazy uncle tells you, you won't get more performance out of your car by using a higher-octane fuel, just a lighter wallet. You can save on car wash fluids by using dishwashing detergents. Washing a car is vital to its longevity. Road grime and road salts, if you live where it snows, can cause havoc on your car, so regular washing is important. However, going inside to grab the dish soap could be just as disastrous. Dish soap is too harsh for car's wax, and using it can strip that protective coating away. It's best to pick up special automotive soap at the auto parts store. Flush coolant at every oil change. This is another old-school idea that has somehow lived on into the modern day. This is an expensive and unnecessary service that cars simply don't need. Stick to the service schedule recommended for your car, and your coolant will be just fine. Car repair myth. Dark oil indicates it's time to get an oil change. A lot of people gauge if they're overdue for an oil change by removing the dipstick indicator and checking the color of the oil. For the longest time, the vast majority of drivers have been led to believe that the blacker the oil, the more in need you are of a change. But the fact is, there are additives in oil that can darken the color even if it's only been 1,000 miles since your last change. Instead of trying to eyeball when it's time to change your engine oil, make a note of the mileage and stick to a regular schedule. Every 3,000 miles for older cars and every 7,000 miles for 2010 models and newer. Changing brake fluid. Car repair technicians found that 19% of people believe that brake fluid doesn't need to be changed. Myth or fact? Myth. The brakes are the most important safety system on your vehicle. Most manufacturers recommend replacing brake fluid at 2 or 3 year intervals. The bottom line: it is important to follow this schedule since brake fluid attracts and absorbs water, which can corrode internal brake system parts and lead to failure or other costly damage.